So we had these conversations about men, about women, what's going on. The next question has specifically to do with Kamala Harris.
Oh, God. Kamala,
Is
Kamala.
America ready for a black female president? Is America ready? Yes or no? Hold them up.
Nope. You say specifically Kamala because
Is
it's
America
black.
ready for Kamala Harris to be the president? Black female president. Go ahead. I just want to know if America's ready. No. You're saying yes, you're saying yes. Why do you say yes?
I say yes because before Trump was president, everybody was like, no. And look at him now. He done been through the worst of the worst, got shot, and it's still going. So at this point, America is like some kind of movie that we watch. So what's next? Just see. Because we watch Trump just do all of this.
It's almost like
she said.
America's a reality TV show.
At this point, it's,
Yes.
look, we watching every day. We pull up our phone, Trump with blood in his stand up. So it's like in the beginning, everybody was projecting the same thing, and now Trump is a lot of the people's favorite. So at this point, give somebody else a shot if y'all gonna do it because y'all did the same thing with Trump and look what happened. So
Yeah, but Jayla,
I don't know.
I'm gonna check my notes here.
I don't know.
Trump isn't a black woman.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, they hated Trump. They hated him, and look, they hate her because she's a black woman.
No,
So-
they don't.
I think they hate her because she has
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Hold on.
okay, listen.
Who wants to answer this one? Jay?
Absolutely has nothing to do with
Oh, wait,
her
let me
being
finish. Let me
black
correct what I was
Indian
gonna
slash
say.
woman.
I think it's
Nothing.
just because she's a woman. I was just saying,
negative.
like, I think it's just because she's a woman. I
False.
honestly feel like that. That's my opinion.
Okay.
And I feel like when I look at both of them, I don't look at it as like man and woman. Trump, they gave him a shot and look what happened. So I say give her one too to see what happens at
Has
this point.
Just give her a shot.
Yeah.
Nothing
That's
to
just how
do
I
with
see
All
it.
right, hold on,
check-
hold on, Brandon.
Oh, come
Annie,
on.
you're also the person.
I'm talking about
Pump the
that's how I
brakes.
see it.
Annie, you said that America is ready for a black female president. Tell us why.
No, you
I
said
think
Kamala.
they're ready only because I don't think there's going to be any difference. So if they were ready for Biden, I think they would be ready for her. I don't think anything's going to change.
So put yourself in the
$9
mind
gas.
of the average voter. Hey, I'm a soccer mom in Oklahoma, and I'm just paying my bills. Are they ready for her to be the president?
You know what I'm hearing a lot lately is that people are just like, ah, fuck it, it's going to be bad either way. I'm hearing that from a lot of people, which I'm not saying that's right. It's not right, but that's what I'm hearing.
It's the identity
So whether
politics.
You
they're
just
ready.
pulled the people are saying. I don't know. It's what I'm hearing.
She's sprinkling like just.
What do you have to say?
It's the identity politics game, and the left
Yep.
is obsessed with it. You have a black gay woman, oh, automatically they're going to vote for her. Oh, you have a gay guy who's Native American, people will vote for him because it is all about identity politics. It's not about the policy. So you're saying, okay, people are hating on her because she's a woman. No, they're hating on her because 15 million illegal immigrants came into our nation. They're hating her because our national security is a joke. They're hating her because of inflation and people can't afford groceries and gas. And when you just look at the issues point blank, the party itself is self-destructing and they're just instilling her. So I don't think it has anything to do with her being a woman or being black. But you look at, Gen Z Americans and they care more about identity politics than they do policy.
Yeah,
Ding, 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 ding. Hold on, Brandon. We're gonna host this show
I have
for
a great
second.
point to make, though.
Hold on, buddy. But Brandon, pump the brakes. Relax. You're gonna get your turn
Come back to me.
because you bring up identity politics. Brandon, I'll even give you this chance.
Oh, thanks.
There's something.
He's like, I can't wait.
I get it.
Open the gate.
This guy's getting hard on the phone.
Open the gate.
There's something in the Democratic Party, especially. It has 3 letters, and it starts with D.
EI.
I.
Exactly. Brandon, define DEI before we have this conversation.
Yeah, diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Brandon, say it with a little bass in your voice, bro.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Say it a little sexier now.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Say it like a gay black man.
All right. No, you gave me I could have made my point twice in this amount of time already. So, no, but they don't
Yeah,
give
but
a...
you wouldn't have done DEI.
Yeah. No, but they don't give a damn about electing a black female president because I guarantee you that if Candace Owens was the candidate, they would treat her exactly like Trump. So it has nothing to do with skin color or gender for them. It has to do with their policy. It's because she would be, like, even though we're saying a woman shouldn't be president, it has it's like 2% maybe would be great presidents like Kayleigh McEnany, Candace Owens, sure, but like on the law of averages, like it'd probably not work out so great. But it has nothing to do with black, nothing to do with gender. Like when it comes to the mainstream media, they care about the policies they're going to do, then they just use the gender and race as an excuse.
Okay.
Yep.
So the identity politics of DEI, can we say that the Democrats have owned that position? Yes.
Yeah, it's a way to enforce
So
things.
allies have now started to urge Trump to minimize the DEI attacks on Kamala Harris and focus on her terrible record, because the DEI thing is the wrong hole to go down. Jorge, what were you going to say
100%
about
agree with
DEI?
that.
DEI?
Or just in
mean-
general, what were you going to say?
Well, I think people hate Trump so much, the anti-Trump people, that they're willing to vote for a dog at this point. So it doesn't matter who, I mean, I'm old school, so Trump got shot, and I'm like an 80s baby, so I'm like, he got street cred, so he got my vote. But I don't identify as a Republican or Democrat. She's got a chance to win me over. Let's hear her speak. But I'm probably not gonna vote for her. But,
So she has a chance to win you over.
Yeah.
I mean, she has a chance. Everyone has a chance to speak. And
What could she do to win you over?
Seriously.
What could she do to win you
In
over?
3 months.
give me $1 million.
Well,
They'll
don't.
pay you. So
Spend it all
Give
on
me
gas.
$1 million.
So you bring up a good point that everybody's so sick of Trump, blah, 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 blah. I would say the following. I would say in 2020, you're absolutely right. After the first 4 years of Trump and culminated with COVID, I even said, listen, I went on record, I bet everybody around, I'm like, Trump's not going to win this time. Straight up. I made 10 grand. I bet Patrick bet David. I bet this person. Patrick paid me $1,000 on, I told everybody Biden was going to win. Well, I don't know why. Because Biden was actually favored in Vegas. I follow Vegas. I follow the odds. So everyone's like, Trump's going to win. I go, I don't think so. But something's different this time around. And here's the difference. We now have 4 years of what Biden-Harris did to America, to compare with 4 years of what Trump did to America. So I would say there's something called the movable middle. There's a lot of people in the middle, like me, that's like, yeah, Trump, you kind of were crazy, bro. People were over you in 2020, the mean tweets. But 4 years later, I think there's a lot of people looking who are like, yeah, I'll take those mean tweets with more money in my life, less inflation, less wars, less DEI, less wokeness, less burning of the American flag. I'll take the mean tweets. So there's a lot of people that basically saying in 2020, no way for Trump. 2024, even though I said no way Trump, I'm totally willing to reconsider this. I think a lot of more people are willing to get on the Trump train now than in 2020. So speaking of DEI, speaking of identity politics, speaking of Kamala Harris, brace for impact, guys, because we're playing the race card here. When they're saying that Kamala Harris is the DEI candidate, does anyone here, and be honest, not know what that necessarily means? Okay. So the DEI candidate, who wants to explain that to her?
Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon
Yeah, see-
explains good.
So you know how
So DEI stands for diversity, equity,
Like the Oscars.
inclusion.
you know how in the colleges they have to have a certain quota for how many people they have there, like white, black, etc.
Yes.
And sometimes you'll have somebody who's white with a 4.0 GPA, somebody who's black with a 3.4, but they still need more black people, so the black person with the lower GPA gets in instead. So it's the same thing with the business now. You know, they need a certain amount of black CEOs or black managers, whatever. So they put somebody who might not be as qualified, but like fits their quota. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That's great.
So they're saying that she's the DEI candidate, and which is basically means, by the way, there's another reason that she's the DEI candidate. Number one, she was never elected to run for president, guys. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah.
She was given Biden's, all right, you got this, next man up. So people are like, oh, no, I didn't vote for her to be here.
What happened in the
Yeah.
primaries?
Okay, what's going on here right now? There was no primary, there was no nothing. So she was so people are like, and by the way, a lot of people are saying she was selected to be the candidate, the vice president, not because of her merit, not because she was great, not because she was smart, simply because they said we need to have a black woman on the ticket.
She was.
By the
Joe
way,
Biden said that. He said,
yes.
I will pick a black woman. So then we knew there was only like 3 people that were
Yes,
Democrats.
it was
black
Stacey
and women.
Abrams. It was
Exactly.
I think Susan Rice, even
Exactly.
Condoleezza Rice. I
She
don't
was
know.
on-
Oprah.
Michelle
no.
doesn't count because she's
Yeah. She was on the short list. That's how she got picked. So she was DEI. It was known before she was even
So I want to
chosen.
show you the poll. Do you have that article about when Kamala Harris dropped out of the race in 2020, Alejandra?
With 0 votes, not even
So
from
Kamala Harris
California.
drops out of the race in 2020. Okay, cool. Does anyone remember her running for president in 2020?
Yeah,
Well, when Tulsi
nuked her.
went to
Okay.
She had one of the lowest
Harris?
approval ratings.
Here, Natalia, you're
Yeah.
gonna do this.
Harris has been lagging in the polls and struggling to gain traction.
So scroll down, you'll
lagging.
see.
That's
her-
a nice way of saying she's completely behind last.
Yeah.
She was last.
So scroll down and you'll see the numbers. Pause. Go up a little bit.
Did she drop before Pete?
Go up. Go up.
Did she drop out before Pete? Booty juice?
Indian and Jamaican.
I don't remember, to be
Second
honest.
They
support.
were all.
No, maybe it's below that. Keep going down.
Looking for a number.
Yeah, you're gonna see some numbers.
15 Democrats.
She hit a
Okay,
low
you see what?
15 Democrats.
She has racked up the second number of endorsements now.
Flavor, go ahead.
It was above. It said it was. She dropped that at 3%. It's a little higher.
Where was
higher?
it? Tell
A
her.
little higher.
Higher?
A little higher. A little more.
Scroll
Oh,
up.
right there. Right there.
Right there.
Declining, hitting a low of about 3%. She wasn't likable.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
she is the most unliked candidate ever.
Okay.
She had the lowest approval rating.
So that's my
Put her in
point. In
sixth
order to win an
place.
election, you got to get as close to possible as 50% as possible. Homegirl had 3. So
She's not likable.
she wasn't doing her thing. This is, guys, in the Democratic primary. These are Democrats basically saying, now I'm good on her.
Yeah.
So now she wants the whole country to say I'm good on her.
They roast
Well,
them.
how
So
do you
when
know?
they're saying that she's the DEI candidate, hear me out, it's because she didn't win anything. She was,
Selected.
anointed as like, here you go, here's your position. You're the new vice president. Here you go, you're potentially the president. What? So there's a lot of people saying this is a DEI candidate, but now there's some pushback. Brace for impact. Because here's a video of a Democratic representative here in Florida who says the following. He's saying the GOP who calls Harris a DEI candidate, it actually means, well, just hear what he has to say.
Well, we're
Go ahead.
racist and misogynist and blue.
Play it.
I'd say is that he is going to continue to use all these racist dog whistles
Bingo.
throughout the campaign. We're going to see it from Trump. We're going to see it from J.D. Vance, and we're going to see it from a lot of their surrogates. In fact, just yesterday, one of the surrogates was saying, if we don't win, we're going to have a civil war to get our agenda through. A civil war. And so this is an organization, this is a right-wing campaign that's going to be racist, misogynistic against the vice president.
Double
but we're
points.
going to stand on the issues and what really matters. It's the fact that she is qualified. They want to call her a DEI president or DEI candidate. She has more experience than Trump and J.D. Vance combined
I could vomit.
times a million, right? She worked at the state level. She was the attorney general. She's vice president of the United States. She was a senator representing one of the largest states in the entire country. And so these are just racist dog whistles. Whenever you hear DEI, I want you to think about the N-word. I want you to think about racial slurs. That's what they actually mean.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Just
All
trigger
right.
Yeah.
Ladies, gentlemen, I told you to brace for impact. We've got black women on the panel. We got Latinos. We got some Guyanese people. We got some Cubans. We got a white guy. We got an extra white guy. We got a lot of stuff going on here. Jewish guy. Does anybody here, red or green, ready? When you hear DEI, hold up your things. Hear the N-word being shouted out when they call her the DEI candidate. Be honest. Go ahead. Hold them up. No. Beautiful
Jayla.
black women.
Jayla, put
No,
it
no,
up,
no.
girl.
See, here's okay. All right. Cool. Let's have this conversation.
Okay.
You also said yes. Okay. Thank you for being honest. Shay,
Think of it
tell me
like-
why you hear the N-word.
I won't say I
when you-
specifically hear the N word,
Yes.
but I do hear like a
Yeah.
race in there somewhere. You know,
Okay.
it's kind of like millennials. Like, what is that towards like black people, right? Minority towards black people. So it's like certain words is like it have a color to it.
Okay. How about you, Jillian?
I was just
Yeah, go
about to
ahead.
agree with the same thing. Like, I don't think it's just the N word, but it's just like, if you read between the lines, it's still a race thing in so many ways. So which is like,
Just to be clear, DEI also encompasses female. So this is not just a race thing. When DEI
well,
just means
in this case.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, in this case here, it feels like that to me.
Let me ask you guys something. Do you have faith in like the free market in terms of the overall group of people in the country? Like, selecting people that are the best at something just by being drawn to it. Like Candace Owens, for example, has like 5 million subscribers on YouTube because people genuinely love her and appreciate what she has to say. That's the example of the free market, like choosing somebody saying like, oh, I respect this person, what they say, but the opposite of that is like a small committee of people saying like, oh, this person is compliant, they'll listen to us. We could attack people with claims of them being racist if they don't like this person. So I mean,
Brandon, stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Not valid.
Don't try to explain to a black woman why she feels a certain way when a race word.
No, he was
Just
asking
stop.
a
Yeah, that was a good point.
No. Just stop. But here's what I want to understand from our beautiful black friends over here. Because, Padrino, do you think that everyone else on the panel doesn't necessarily hear the N-word, which is horrible? Like, anyone says that, like, dude, you're going.
You're done.
You're done. Why do you not see that when they say DEI?
That I don't hear that word. That word to me was created by the left, by Democrats. It has nothing to do with what when we're saying that we mean. They said a black woman and they put her in. So it had nothing to do with her merit and had everything to do with her, the whatever, her immutable characteristics. So I don't. At the same time, if they hear that, I'm not negating what they feel. I just want you guys to know if I use that word, I absolutely do not mean that. I mean, she wasn't qualified. She only was put in that position because they wanted to be diverse, equitable, and inclusive in their hiring process.
Thank you for that. And ultimately, here's the point. I've called her the DEI candidate so many times. And never in my mind was I like, oh, because she's the zero. The reason that I said that is because, nobody voted for this lady to be president. Her approval ratings are in the tank, even in the Democratic Party. And I voted for Biden, not this time around. Hell no. Trump, because you can change. I don't like the game that they're playing in the Democratic Party. It's identity politics game, and it's not the Democratic Party that I'm used to. My father had a picture of JFK in the house. He had a picture of MLK in the house. Like I was obsessed with the Civil War because I was like, what do you mean? Like we got in a war with our fellow when I was a kid. We fought our own people. It's Abraham Lincoln. He got killed too. I was like, what is going on here right now? So the Democratic Party has changed exponentially. It used to be about working people. It used to be about unions, about trying to empower the country. Bill Clinton, Dave Chappelle had a great joke about Bill Clinton. I remember they said, like, this guy would just show up in the crowd, like, come here, little black baby, give me a kiss. He was like, he garnered that type of support, but it was an outreach. Now this is the forefront. Oh, you're black, you're gay, and you're trans, and you're handicapped. You're the president, buddy. Like, they're playing this game, and it's getting very, very ugly to the point where Kamala Harris could not win the primary. She didn't do anything. She's anointed. She's being catapulted now to becoming the actual president, but nobody voted for this person. So if you said, hey, Adam, what are your thoughts on someone like Condoleezza Rice? You know who that is?
No.
Pull her up real quick. Condoleezza Rice. I'm sure Alejandro's going to be able to spell that real easily. This is a person who is, or Susan Rice. She was the, that's not her.
I was going to say, what the fuck is that?
No, just Google Condoleezza Rice. This is a person with complete merit. Condoleezza.
But I think that's kind of what the interview was trying to do, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you get a black interviewer out there saying that and associating the N-word to DEI. Yeah. I don't think that if he says the N-word, you guys even think of that in the same light. You wouldn't have associated DEI with N-word or with racism. He's saying it in breaks in between sentences. He's making sure that psychologically what you're processing are the big words, and he just keeps throwing it in your face. You would have never even associated those two words together had he not said it.
And
Bingo.
more.
Thank
And what's
you.
more is that this is what I truly believe. When they hear DEI, they hear that word. I would never cross my mind. I think they think that, and I think they're pandering, which is ultimately what DEI is. The pandering is what I think treats people like that and degrades people. It would never cross my mind. And to his point, it would never cross my mind. That's why they're putting it in people's minds, because they have nothing to do with each other. I do believe they think that when they say it.
Great
By
point.
that I mean the left.
Because Brandon, on the PBD podcast, by the way, I don't think I've heard the word DEI before 2020. Like when did DEI?
Yeah, not
become-
even the last couple years.
All of a sudden, like DEI. We've talked about DEI a million times on the Peabody podcast. Never in a million years has it been like DEI means the N-word. That's today's day one that I have heard that.
Yeah.
That's what's so upsetting to me. That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah, because
that guy
dog
just
protest
threw
too
a
much.
bomb into the situation. He's like, oh, by the way, this is what DEI means. It's like,
But if
No,
a
it's
white
their
guy,
projecting.
if a white guy would have been the one saying that, I don't think you guys even emotionally respond to it. They made sure that they had a black interviewer out there saying it, so you guys could associate it, and it gives validity to the statement.
Yeah.
I don't
If you
think
don't
so.
do
Yeah,
that,
I don't even feel.
100%.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's 100% intentional. It's the media manipulating Americans every single
I
day.
don't think so because I think if someone from the other race would have said the same thing, it would have stood out to me the same way.
gotcha.
So that's just my opinion.
Well, here's my point. Be ready, America, for way more of that. There's going to be race baiting. There's going to be
baiting.
identity politics. There's going to be like, if
Oppression
you ain't
Olympics.
black and you don't vote for, just get ready for that.
Yep.
Are you coming to the vault? Oh, what's the vault? You know about the vault? The vault is the ultimate event for entrepreneurs to level up their game and learn from the best in the game. Last year, we had Tom Brady and Mike Tyson, and I said to our CEO, Patrick Bet-David, I said, how are we going to top that? He said, how we're going to top that? How about The Rock? So this year, Patrick Bet-David went out and got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So he's going to be there along with PBD, the Biz Doc, and me. Yeah, if you want to join us at the Vault Conference, check out thevaultconference.com. It's going down in West Palm Beach, September 4th through 7th. If you want to make more money, improve your business, and expand your network, you have to be at the Vault. We'll see you there. Oh, you like that? Well, if you want to see more of that, check out this clip right here. And if you want even more, check out this clip right here, only on the SOSCAST.